The world just lost a good one. I was out here river running this evening. Got a text from a buddy of mine. He said Mr. Phil Robertson has passed on. So I went and looked it up. Sure enough, age 79, Mr. Phil Robertson has left this earthly world. Now, initially it made me sad, as it should, and I'm sure it does with many of you if you're hearing this for the first time. But one thing I know about Mr. Phil Robertson, and I'm sure many of you do as well, is that he was a very devout Christian. He was very outspoken about it. He wasn't scared to tell anybody. So I know where Mr. Phil Robertson's at right now, and that brings me some peace. And hopefully it does for you, and hopefully it does for his family, because I can't even imagine what they're going through. This is a huge loss, not just to them, but to the world, and the waterfowl world in particular. Now, I know there's a lot of opinionated people about Duck Dynasty and Duck Commander, and people argue that, they kind of ruin the sport by getting a bunch of people interested in it, and then other people argue that we needed those people interested because that's what keeps the sport alive. I see both sides. Regardless of where you stand on the whole topic, I think we can all come together to agree that Mr. Phil Robertson was an absolute legend. Phil stood on his principles, and he was an outstanding man. So I think that we can all learn from him. I think that we can all strive to be more like Mr. Phil Robertson. He leaves behind a legend and big shoes to fill. But in the waterfowl world in particular, he was doing all of this before any of us got here. Before any of us were videoing stuff and putting it on the internet and social media and all this stuff, he started it. He started all this stuff. Obviously, he built a huge brand, a duck call company and everything, but his legend lives on as more than that is what I'm getting at. And he was an absolute legend of a human being. So I think we can all come together to agree on that, regardless of where you stand on Duck Dynasty and all that stuff. I think, his reputation alone deserves respect from everyone. So the world truly lost a good man. And I think that we're lesser of a world without him. So God rest his soul. Pray for his family, because I can't imagine what they're going through. But we lost a good one. So y'all stay wild.